All right, I'm in the car out here in Dalton. Down here in Dalton, I was doing stuff at home, just gotten up, and I hear a train come through. I look out the window, and there's a standard cab leading with a KCS third. So I ran down. I tried to get it at the other end of the trestle. Unfortunately, I was stuck behind one person who was leaving a place that just opened up and was going slow and then turned, and another person was going 35 miles an hour up the hill at 55. So I didn't get to the top of the hill in time. I was going up the hill as they called the signal. So I'm in Dalton. They are coming. So let's flip the camera around and we'll get some dash cam footage of them. And some regular footage. Unfortunately, my scanner is beeping. But here they come. They're blowing for the crossing in Dalton right now. One of them. Second one. There's nobody coming. Unfortunately, I cannot drive and hold the phone with one hand because I have to shift. So, the standard cab leader, we got an SD70 Ace next to it and behind it, and then a Kansas City Southern behind that. Let's catch them. You can see him, but it's too backlit by the sun, so hold my phone on the steering wheel. Alright, now I'm going to go to another location. Fortunately, I didn't get here quite in time. But we have 265 on the siding. He's going to start moving soon. This looks like 68N. But at least we got the power at that one crossing. Yep, this is 68N. Frac sand train to either Sayre or Corning. Now let's get back to Ross before 265 starts moving. It would appear that I should have chased the 68N farther because the switch is not lined for the siding and the signals are dark. 265 has plain Jane NS power, which is unusual. Usually it's BNSF or UP, BNSF or UP, or it's KCS or Canadian Pacific or something. But oddly enough, I don't know if they've outlawed or if there's another train behind 68N. If there is, the signal's dark. Okay, I'm leaving. I've been sitting there for half an hour to an hour, and 265 isn't moving. The signal's dark. I don't know what's going on. They must have outlawed, I guess. I don't know. So I'm going to go home. I got to go to work. So I got to eat, I got to feed the cats, and I got to go to work. So I can't wait long. I should have followed 68N farther, but I assumed that 265 was going to come off the siding. I had no idea that they were going to be sitting there and sitting there and sitting there and not doing anything. I haven't heard anything in the scanner. The signals are dark at Ross. So, yeah, I'm not sticking around. So we'll see what else is put on this video. I don't know. Well, I left. I got up at my come up to Bridgeset NY70, which is what's right here with me. And unfortunately, it's gotten windy. And I looked across the fields and I saw 264. I turned right around and beat it down here. I'm back at Hollow Road, and 264 is coming. So let's flip the camera around and see it, and then we'll catch 265 when it comes off. Here comes 264 along NY70. As I was coming up to the crossing, just as I was getting to where the track curves, the Ross signals lit up. Right when he passed 353. He called 353, got down here, and right when he passed it was when the signals would have lit up. So let's get to the crossing. It's kind of odd that Ross is an automatic block signal when it's a control point, but and it's 264 Chautauqua Hollow Road, and see at Ross's Corners, CP Ross, Allegheny County, New York. For the 265, I'm going to cross the crossing and report it from the other side. The side the sun's on. This one, I wanted to get it coming along the road from the distance. Fortunately, there's going to be a little camera shake because it is below 40 degrees today. And my tripod, my phone mount for the tripod is in the house next to the computer. I should get two of them. One for when I have one in the car, but I do not have that yet. I'll get another one at some point. So then I have one in the car, so I can. My tripod's in the car, but it doesn't do any good without the phone mount. 264 has auto racks on it. 5 of them. There was a tri-level in there. That second one was a tri-level. Alright, there is 264. Now let's see if we can get the switch moving over. Zoom in, there it goes. My camera on my phone is not responsive like it should be. Now 265 should be coming off now. Come on, dispatcher, line the switch. I want us to get that on camera. It's not going to do it. Okay, I am at the halfway point in the Swain siding. Sat there for about 20 minutes after 264 went by and waited for the switch to line. Never lined. There's nothing off of 265, which you can see is right here behind me or next to me. I don't know. I drove by to see if the crew was in it or what. I couldn't really tell. The place that they are behind is behind two houses. And right where the cab is, there's trees right there, and they're pine trees. So their leaves are not off them. So I can't tell if there's anybody in the cab. And I don't want to sit out in front of somebody's house staring at the train. There is no sign of them moving. So either they have outlawed and are sitting here, or until a new crew comes down, or there's a third train coming down to meet them, and I just cannot wait that long. I've got to go home and eat. So if I see another train on the way up, unless it's at Dalton, I'm not turning around and coming back down. I can't do that. So this is a nice train viewing platform. If you know something that's coming, you got a couple benches here. It's actually here for the swamp. People to watch wildlife and photograph wildlife. This is the Rattlesnake Hill Wildlife Management Area, run by the state of New York Department of Environmental Conservation. But the Swain siding and the Maine is closest to me. And yes, that's Rattlesnake Hill, and yes, there are a lot of rattlesnakes on it. You climb hike up that trail, you're bound to find one at least, most likely multiples. There's a road that actually goes up there that Mom always wanted to drive up, and she never did. And I don't know if she'll be able to ever. I don't think she's going to drive again. But I got to go to work. See you in the next clip. It's 10:18 p.m. on November 18th, 2023. I just was coming back from Geneseo. I had to put money on my mom's phone because she wasn't calling me, and I figured her phone might be out of time. And I called her several times, and her phone is off, so she must not have charged it. We got a train coming. This might be the 264 or the 265 that I tried to get in Ross that was outlawed. I don't know. We'll have to see. Let's go back to the floodlights and we'll see it go by. Flashers at Rybod just activated. Over there's a Canadian Pacific locomotive waiting for NS to pick it up. This is the crossing that the trucker died at back in 2006. Yep. 45:17 and 10:18. This is the 265 that I was waiting for in Ross. Remember, I was down there, that was about noon when I was down there, so this is 10 hours later, it's finally here. About 9 hours after it should have been. Came through. Ooh, look at the rust on that container. It came through on across the Perry Avenue crossing, and the lake there was an approach. I went home, fed the cats once, and then came back out and went down to see if I could see it coming. and it changed to a green, but it wasn't visible. So I came down here to Rybod and Cottage, and walk a little closer so you can see how close. Workers at Morton Salt park next to the tracks. They usually don't park quite that close, but pretty close. Now it looks like you got a trailer. Another one, EMP, like a housing group or an EMP. I miss when you used to see trailers all the time. Those are containers on chassis, but you used to see actual trailers all the time. Some of those 89-foot flat cars, and used to see them in well cars with the fifth wheel on the end of them. Mine cars were almost always filled with trailers. This is a long one. Bigelow's just going up. There's the end. Rails are still singing. There it goes, passing the Canadian Pacific unit. I don't know if that's if that's a GP20C-Eco or if that's a SD40-2. It might be an SD60. I'm not sure. I haven't checked the number on it yet. That's it for this clip. All right. Unfortunately, audio for this is not available. I was on the phone with my mom while recording this. I believe I was in the last clip too, and for some reason it did not record audio, and I was missing some other audio from other clips that I have to do a voiceover for. And for some reason my camera was freezing up for this clip as well. I had some issues with it in the video of 264 in Ross. You notice it glitches a little bit, and I also had trouble. I tried to take a thumbnail picture as it went by, and it didn't take the picture until about 2 minutes, or not 2 minutes, about 10 seconds after I wanted it to. But this is I believe this is the NS315 that we're seeing here at this point. The consist, I don't see any garbage containers on it, but it doesn't always have them. This could be the 309, but 309 is usually earlier in the day. So doing a voiceover for this video, and I have to do voiceovers for a couple other clips, which might be in this video, might not. From CP Silver Springs, milepost 368, then focus on Southern Carolina. Keep on loving trains. Tim out. The final seconds as these tank cars of hazardous materials go by.